All right, hello and welcome to the weather update. It is October 31st, 2018. It is Halloween. And the weather for Halloween's been pretty nice, actually. Temperatures were a little above normal today. They were in the low 60s. But we had mostly sunny skies. There were some just patchy clouds, but we had mostly sunny skies for most of the day. So, second nice day in a row, which is pretty good. But anyway, we're going to talk about the high temperatures for today and the low temperatures through last night, because it did get cold in certain areas last night. So we hit 62 at Farmingdale. The low at Farmingdale Airport got down to 34, so that's pretty cold. However, we look at the high for West Hampton, also 62. But look at what it got down to at West Hampton. 26 degrees in West Hampton due to that radiational cooling in the dwarf Pine Barrens. It gets very cold there at night, so it did get down all the way to 26, and that was one of the coldest readings. Toms River, obviously a lot warmer today, 67 degrees was their high, and they got down to 30, so they weren't even as cold as West Hampton was. All right, so let's get to, first of all, let's get to some tropical activity. This was a hurricane that formed out in the middle of the ocean, Hurricane Oscar, that is now moving. It is not really a threat to any land right now, but it's gonna stay. Right now, maximum sustained winds are 75 miles an hour, so still a hurricane. Northeast at 35 miles an hour. They're calling it post-tropical, but it really is still a tropical system, and it will be moving. Way. This thing could wind up going to some islands north of the United Kingdom. Really unusual for such storms to hold together for so long, but that's because of the warmer than normal water temperatures. That's why we get to experience. That's why we're experiencing that. So let's go and look at the computer models. Let's see what's going on with our forecast. So you can see we have this high pressure system now that is now off the southeast coast. It's acting as a Bermuda high, so southwest winds around the high are bringing warmer air into our region, and that's going to happen for tomorrow as well. It'll get warmer, now the long range GFS has this front approaching Friday. It's going to kind of sit over us, stall out for a little bit. A little low pressure system is actually going to form along the front, and then that front starts moving away Saturday afternoon, and then we should have a very nice day on Sunday. And then that high moves out, and then we have another period of unsettled weather, perhaps and some probably warmer weather too, with that low tracking to the west on midweek, and then another nice weather. So we're basically in a pattern that's more typical of this time of the year. We'll get them. Looks like a really major cool down toward the end of the period. So let's get a little closer and let's see how this is going to affect the temperatures tomorrow. All right. We'll be sticking with the GFS model. So let's take a look at the temperature. Now tomorrow we're going to see temperatures warm up significantly. It's going to be a very warm day. You can sort of see where that front is right there. But it's going to be getting up into the mid and upper 60s, even on Long Island, and 70s probably in New Jersey. And then as we go into Friday, that front approaches, but it's still going to be warm, mid-60s. It's well above. It's almost 10 degrees above normal. And then it starts cooling down Saturday. Sunday will be cooler, temperatures in the mid-50s. But then we see another warm-up, slight warm-up ahead of that cold front next week as well, where temperatures get into the 60s. And then the cold front moves through, and then we see a drop in temperatures again. So warms up. You have brief warm-ups followed by cool downs, and that's going to continue. And you can see it looks like some really by a week from this Tuesday, a week from next Tuesday, temperatures could struggle to reach. Could only be in the 40s that day, so it could be quite cold. We're talking mid-November. It's like the long range, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. So let's take a look at the dew points. The dew points are going to start coming up too a little bit. So as we go into tomorrow, the dew points are going to go up into the mid-50s. Nothing really that bad, but it will start. We'll start getting even more humid though overnight into Friday. We could have dew points in the 60s. So it's going to be a little humid on Friday before that front moves through. And that, like I said, that front is going to bring some heavy rain And then we have some really, that's a strong front too. The winds are going to pick up and be quite strong behind it. And the reason why is because of that low pressure system. We're going to switch over to the NAM model now and take a look at the precipitation. Here. So, see, it stays dry tomorrow. But then what happens is, as we get into Friday, we can see this front approaching and the rain developing along it. And it could be, some of it could be heavy, especially as we get later into Friday. They got this low pressure system right here and this front here that's going to be accompanying it. And this could be quite a heavy rain event. It looks like some really heavy rain. Actually, could even be some thunderstorms involved with that too, which wouldn't surprise me at all. That's for sure. So let's take a look at the forecast here. I wanted to actually go and look at. Oh, they took it away. Give me a minute. Just want to show you this temperature map here for tomorrow. So you see temperatures across Long Island will be in the mid-60s. As you head west into New York City, they start approaching 70, and Tom's River will probably be well into the 70s. So I just wanted to show you that. The other thing that I want to show you is the forecast. So the forecast for Tom's River actually has it hitting 74. That's the forecast from the National Weather Service. So it'll be quite warm for them. Fortunately, it won't be that hot here. It'll be in the 60s. Anyway, let's get to some other information that I have for you regarding this tornado event that happened a couple of days ago. So they wound up upgrading the tornado that hit Fisher's Island to an EF1. And then there was also an EF0 tornado in Stonington and North Stonington, Connecticut. So I'll read the Stonington one. That tornado started in New London County, Connecticut. That's where Stonington is. It was on the ground from 7:58 to 8:03 a.m. It was an EF0, maximum winds 85 miles an hour, path width 100 yards, and it was on the ground for 2.3 miles. Fortunately, no one was hurt there. Now, the Fisher's Island tornado, the start location was around 1/4 mile east of Wilderness Point on Fisher's Island, and the end location was around 1/2 mile east of Clay Point on Fisher's Island. And that was from 7:35 to 7:41 a.m., and it was upgraded to an EF1. So that means the maximum winds reached 90 miles an hour. All right. I'm not going to read the whole thing because we've already read the previous statement for this, but it was upgraded to an EF1. So that's what we have going on there with the crazy severe weather out there. Very unusual, and this is all again due to climate change, whether you want to believe it or not. So let's look at the MODIS right now. All right, we'll just look at the high resolution satellite to show you. I want to show you Oscar. So this is Oscar right here. See, it's starting to look a little more extratropical versus tropical, but you can see, look at the cloud shield from that. That is big, and that thing is heading for. Wouldn't it be funny if it wound up hitting Iceland? With climate change, anything is possible. Anyway, that will conclude this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.